Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Beekeeper, starring Jason Statham, from director David Ayer of, Fury fame and Suicide Squad fame. And this film is written by screenwriter Kurt Wimmer, who wrote Equilibrium, the Total Recall remake, the Point Break remake, Law Abiding Citizen, and Expendables. So, not a lot of great things there, and honestly, this movie is a crazy mess of a movie. But I'll have to say, Jason Statham doing his Jason Statham thing, just straight steamrolling every single person, except for like one random scene where they try to be like, he can be vulnerable. But the whole rest of the film is he's just a one-man wrecking crew that literally takes down everybody within like 2 seconds. And that's fun. It's fun to watch in Jason Statham doing some one-liners. It's a fun time. Those elements are fun. But there's so much going on in this film. There's a lot of things that are straight ripped off of John Wick. Like, there's so many beats in this film that feel like it's trying to be like John Wick. Like, the whole revenge story and the setup of it, trying to, like, climb to the top. The secret organizations, and like the mythos of like the Beekeepers just doesn't click in the same way as John Wick, and they're really trying hard to make it. I think David Ayer does a fine job of directing the action of the film, and you could tell there's some budget issues because like some of the special effects, like the fires, look terrible, like really, really bad. But this story is so convoluted. Like, the basic premise is Felicia Rashad's character is kind of taking care of Jason Statham. He's beekeeping on her land, and she loses all of her money to the scam, and she kills herself. And he's like, revenge! And basically, most of what happens in the trailer and what you would expect the expectation of what this movie was going to be happens within like the first 20 minutes. And then this keeps spiraling. It keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier, and you get, the crazy, ridiculous, douchey asshole that's running this whole entire thing, played by Josh Hutcherson. Jeremy Irons is this former CIA director that's on the payroll from his mother, trying to protect him. And this film gets to such big levels in terms of like what it's trying to do. And you're sitting there like, I knew exactly where this was going 45 minutes ago before you're like, oh my god, here's a reveal. And it's just so ridiculous, and it keeps spiraling out of control ridiculous in the most obvious way. And sure, the action is thrilling and fun, and just watching, like, he's not like John Wick. Like, John Wick's actually vulnerable, and you can connect, like, he's human. Like, they have one random scene that feels so unlike any of the other action, because every other action piece in this whole entire film, Jason Statham's just destroying everybody, and it's not even hard. And then you have Emmy Raver Lampman and Bobby Naderi as these FBI agents that are going along, and Raver Lampman plays the daughter of Felicia Rashad, so like she has a connection here, but they just tag along the whole entire movie. I do think Naderi's a lot of fun as the comic relief character in the film, but they have like no purpose except for to spell out really obvious themes. Like, this movie has the worst dialogue. Everything is exposition or trying to way too hard to be cool and trying to be like John Wick, or all of its themes are spelled out in the most obvious and obnoxious ways that you're just rolling your eyes the whole entire time. This movie is not a great film, but when Jason Statham's on screen and just wrecking people, it can be fun. And definitely moments where, like, this is supposed to be silly and ridiculous, and I laughed, but nobody else in my theater did. And I'm like, you not getting the joke here? But in the end, I do think that this is not a great addition to the pantheon of Jason Statham action films. But you know what? At least he's having fun. And I could have fun while he's on screen. But those are my thoughts on The Beekeeper. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.